Monsoon.
I'm your host, Bobby the Brain Heat.
Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to Prime Time Wrestling. And boy, have we got a tremendous lineup this week, Bobby.
Yes, we do, and I hope Don Johnson doesn't call and get upset.
Why would he get upset?
Because I'm going to show an episode of Fuji Vice.
You may be thrilled about that. You won't be thrilled about the Ken Patera story, Part 4, I guarantee you.
Part 4? How many parts are there to this thing?
It doesn't
How many week after, how long do I have to wait out here for
as many parts as necessary to get the point across.
The point is across.
Well,
the guy is a habitual loser.
A special challenge was issued by Mr. Fuji to Hillbilly Jim. We're going to see that special tuxedo match as well. And, of course, our featured Dynamite Kid, one half of the British Bulldogs, taking on one half of the Hart Foundation and the Bret the Hitman Hart.
And what a lousy apology I received from you.
What do you mean
after
lousy
last
apology?
week pushing my face down the cake? You said I merely...
It was an accident. It was an inadvertent accident. I just reached for the phone. I told you.
It will never happen again.
Well, and everything and anything is possible. We also have on tap here this week on Prime Time Wrestling a ladies' title match involving the champion, the fabulous Moolah, against Leilani Kai of Hawaii. You know Leilani, I understand?
Yes, but I know Moolah a lot better. I mean, I know Moolah. I've known her longer. Let's put it that way.
Everyone has known Moolah longer, I can guarantee you that. We're also going to take a look at the Islanders and a special update from the World Wrestling Federation, along with Fuji Vice.
Him and...
How many episodes are there of that we have to sit through?
I'm not going to tell you. I want you to worry.
You mean there's more after this?
A lot more.
Let's go to our first matchup right now as we take a look at...
No?
No. Hillbilly, along with Mr. Fuji. Mr. Fuji having a little conversation here at ringside. And there's a pair of bib overhauls right there, and maybe just in case the Hillbilly should be stripped, someone has brought some attire for him. Fuji asking something from ringside here. I hope he's got some wearing apparel standing by.
I wouldn't worry about Mr. Fuji.
Oh, he tried to give the hat to the ring attendant. However, Hillbilly got his hands on it. Might be stomping time. Oh, I love it. Talk about insult.
There, Hillbilly.
Don't turn your back on Mr. Fuji. And this one is underway. Oh, he's tearing away at the jacket.
It won't be long now. The shirt's open. Shirt's ripped.
Talk about unusual matches. This is a one-of-a-kind here in this tuxedo match. Hillbilly now stalking the devious one, Mr. Fuji. Trying to trap him in the corner. Got a piece. Got a piece of the pocket and lapel. Fuji looked down at Bobby the Brain and said, look what he did to me.
He's very proud of himself, that big hick, isn't he?
Uh-oh, caught one. Karate shot right between the eyes there.
You ever been in a tuxedo match?
Absolutely not, no.
I haven't either.
I don't think
But what would your strategy be?
Well, I don't know. I'd probably go to work on the guy first and try to tear the thing off him after I had him in a compromising position.
That's what I'd do.
Oh, look at that. Tore right up the back of the jacket, and now he's got it wrapped around the throat, it looks like, of the Hillbilly. Fuji got the jacket off. Look at, he's very pleased with himself. Oh, he's using it as a whip now.
Oh, he's insulting him. That doesn't hurt. Just making him mad. So whip that dog. Whip that old hound dog.
You know, when you make this country boy mad, he's liable to take your part. He has that capability.
Think he's not smart enough.
Planted one right in the lower abdomen. Now going to work on the midsection of Mr. Fuji. Gotta watch, he's liable to jerk his arm right off there. Fuji trying to get away, and the Hillbilly, oh, he just tore the jacket right up the back. You know how hard that is to do, Brain? To tear somebody's clothes off of them?
Pretty hard to do.
Not an easy task. Another souvenir. Well, they're down to their half shirts and pants. Oh, look at that. What a cheap shot.
Right to the upper thigh.
Thigh. Oh. Shirt is now off.
Looks like the average the average groom and best man at the average wedding in Mudlick.
Lucky for you that youngster can't hear those derogatory remarks, and later on he might view this tape somewhere, and you could be in big trouble. Fuji in control right now, but the tide has turned 3 or 4 times already in this matchup. Got the shirt off. Both men now stripped to the waist. Well, there's only one thing left, Bobby.
There's 2 things. There's a cummerbund and the trousers. Fuji's got a bow tie on.
Fuji's got a bow tie. Oh, a headbutt by the hillbilly. Sent Fuji down to one knee. He's in deep trouble. He's staggering around out there. Oh, look at this. What has he got? Polka dots. He's got the pants of Mr. Fuji. When he gets them off, this one will be over. And there goes Mr. Fuji. Referee hasn't called for the bell yet. Now he's motioning.
Oh, is he proud of himself? He's a hero of Mudlick. Probably have a parade.
Fuji thought he was a wise guy, but the thing sort of backfired.
Here is your winner, Hillbilly Jim.
I love it. You know, he's got a score to settle yet with one of your family members.
Fuji's mad at me?
No, not Fuji. Talking about Hillbilly Jim and King Kong Bundy.
I mean, what happened in WrestleMania?
That's correct.
Bundy squashed a midget? Big deal. Big deal.
You wouldn't like it if somebody did that to you or to a member of your family, would you?
It's the breaks.
That's the breaks.
It's the breaks. That's how I look at it. That's the breaks.
Well, it cost him $5 grand, and I'm sure you had to pay a portion of that.
Well, we have an understanding that if you're fined...
Well, maybe you don't. Maybe you don't.
I do have an
The more I get into this Ken Patera thing, the more I realize that you guys have it all your way.
You mean us guys?
You managers.
I don't know what any other manager does. That's his business.
Well, I know what you do, Brian.
No, you don't.
Oh, yes, I do.
You know how much I make from my man.
Take is the word.
No, I meant make from my man.
Well, it's not very often that you can sit back, relaxed in your living room, and watch a title match go down right on your own home television set, but we're going to see that right here this week is the fabulous one, Moolah, putting the title on the line in Madison Square Garden against Leilani Kai. What does Leilani have to do, Bobby, in order to become the new champion?
She's got to go out there and beat Moolah. Moolah doesn't have to beat her.
I realize that.
Moolah doesn't have to beat her. All Moolah's got to do is stay in there for 60 minutes.
Ask for some kind of authority given by this one, and you never get it. Let's go to ringside.
For one fall with a 1-hour time limit. In the ring is the challenger from Hawaii, weighing 157 pounds, Leilani Kai. Her opponent, soon to make her way towards the ring, is from Columbia, South Carolina. She weighs 160 pounds, the World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion, the fabulous Moolah.
Fabulous Moolah, reigning women's champion for quite some time, I might add. Personal friend of Bobby the Brain Heenan's. Extending a handout is, oh, give me a break, will you please?
What? Little good well wishes.
Good well wishes. Are you looking to get a contract on her as well?
Oh, no.
No.
We don't. Moolah and I are.
You go back a long way.
We're just good friends, and I wouldn't want to do business with Moolah. Put it that way. Rather keep it on a personal level.
All right. Certainly has had a very successful career. However, that could all end right here in Madison Square Garden as Leilani Kai from the Hawaiian Islands has her sights set on becoming the new champion. Now you've got what you always wanted, a purse.
I never wanted a purse.
Or maybe one of the belated Christmas gifts for you.
I'm going to have to rent one of those storage warehouses to put all my gifts in.
Yeah, I'm sure. Oh, look at this. Come on, ref. Give me a break here. What does he want?
He wants to check her shoes.
Starting off on the wrong foot, that's for sure.
Well, either foot doesn't matter. He wanted to check them both.
Yeah, I understand that. Over the years, the Fabulous One has met them all.
Certainly has. She's still the world champion.
How many years would you say she's been champion? Right?
6 or 7.
6 or 7? What, you're a comedian or what? Are you a joker?
Okay, 9 tops.
9.
How many years would you say?
Well, she was champion when I first came into the world of professional wrestling, some 20 years ago, 20-something years ago.
Well, you see, she looks to me like she's about 24 years of age. She just really
I'll tell you this, she looks great, I'll tell you that.
certainly does.
Stays in excellent physical condition. Oh, Leilani not wasting any time, going right to work on the champion.
She's
Boy,
one tough lady.
To take a look at him, you'd say that Leilani outweighed the champion, but that's not the case. Look at this, drop kick and a beauty. Boy, is she fired up. What a golden opportunity for her.
There's where experience pays off.
Take a little hike, Steve.
Take a little hike.
Break the momentum when it's all going the way of your opponent. I don't know, Leilani looks to be so upset at the outset of this match that, I don't know, it's tough to be successful.
Well, see, Leilani is a former world champion. She's hungry. She wants that title back. But I think she's pushing herself too hard at the beginning. She should have paced herself more.
You can bet that Moolah has a game plan.
Oh,
Oh, look at that shot.
I'll guarantee you when Moolah signs a contract, a month, 2 months, 6 months, she has a game plan for whoever she's wrestling.
Come on, ref. There's a handful of hair involved there in those mares. Wow. Hard out onto the concrete. Leilani Kai here in the Garden, and 25,000 plus showing their displeasure to the Fabulous One's antics here in Madison Square Garden. Boy, she's had some serious injuries over the years, has she not?
She certainly
Talking
has.
about Moolah now.
Oh, I am too. I'm
Broken ribs, broken her shoulder, fractured ankle several times.
She never complains. She's in there all the time competing. She's a champion.
Oh, headbutt. Haven't seen her use that very often in her career. But she's got it all in her repertoire. She can do it. Oh, look at that. Short clothesline. And out the other side. Wow. Down on the concrete, very close to us here. Leilani in trouble. Oh, she's got the leg of Moolah. And they're going to be both out on the floor here in just a moment. Look out. Rams her right into the apron. Realizing what the count is, Leilani trying to get back in. Uh-oh, look out, coming our way. Wham, and Moolah just whacked her with a telephone. And down goes Leilani. Boy, they've both been out there an awful long time. A slam onto the concrete. Moolah really doing a number here on Leilani Kai.
Shows you who's champion, huh, Monsoon?
Can't believe that both of them haven't already been counted outside the ring. What the referee do? Go for popcorn or something?
I think Moolah got in at the right time, about 18. I mean, I was counting along.
I'm sure you were. Well, Leilani Kai trying to regain the championship, the ladies' championship, from the Fabulous Moolah. So far, not all that successful. I believe she had a very poor start as the match got off. The referee got on her case right off the bat. We'll be back with the exciting conclusion in just a moment. He wasn't watching. I would assume, Brain, that you being a manager and all the things you have going down, that you have a lawyer on retainer all the time. You better get him on the phone because you may need him very shortly. You're in deep trouble. Let's go back to Madison Square Garden for the conclusion of this title match.
Hold up a minute.
With a fabulous move.
Wait a minute.
Leilani, ripe for the picking right now, as she's got to be hurt badly. Slammed on the concrete floor here in the Garden.
Took it right on her hip, too.
Couple of boots, not a whole lot behind him.
But she wants that world championship, though.
That's what it's all about. That's why we're here. Champion caught one right in the sternum. Now she's hurt. Ooh, nice elbow. We could have it. No. Close, but no cigar.
You notice Moolah has a Christmas tree on the front of her.
Is that what it is?
Trunk. Yes.
Tried to make that out earlier on. I couldn't
Imagine you did.
Couldn't quite make it out. This is the festive season.
Certainly is. What nice ornaments.
Blatant chokehold right in front of the referee. Of course, this referee doesn't, he's not on my top 10 list, let's put it that way.
You really take offense to all the referees.
Well, when they leave a lot to be desired, I get on their case, Bobby the Brain.
Well, that's how you can make $1 million. Start your own referee training school.
No thanks. Oh, yes, indeed. We got a good shot of the Christmas tree.
Deck the halls.
Wow, she wound that one up from left field. This has become a Pier 6 brawl now, Bobby. Who's going to want it more than the other? That's the question.
Well, I think I'd have to go with Moolah. Moolah wants it more. Moolah loves money. Moolah, that's what it's all about with her, money. She likes the prestige. She likes being champion.
Who doesn't like being champion? You would love to have a champion in your family, would you?
Certainly would.
Yes. However, that has escaped you.
But I'll tell you, this evening Hogan's going to know what it's like to end the year on a sour note.
Maybe, maybe not. Referee getting it from both sides now. Good for them. Why don't you just step in the corner and get out of the way and let these two ladies go at it, and let's come out with a champion, whether it be the old one or the new one. Can't make those kind of mistakes with Moolah.
No.
Pulling on everything, ears, nose, hair. She gets away with murder in there.
It's all legal. She breaks before 5.
Irish whip in, look out. Oh, I thought she was going for a backdrop. She just laid her out there vertically, then walked out from underneath her. That'll take the starch out of you, and the wind as well. Maybe we'll see it again. Oh, high cross body by Leilani. Got her down. 2 count only. Well, this thing could go either way right now. Tremendous shot of the capacity crowd once again here in Madison Square Garden, and where Wrestling Federation appears, and it's the hottest ticket in town.
No facility like the Garden, is there?
Well, not that I know of. Has an aura of its own. Look at this. Holding her neck right on the rope, using the hair.
So why don't she get a brush cut like Neidhart?
Why? Why should you have to do that?
Well, I mean, obviously people take advantage of it. She knows that. It's her own stupidity. She should get a nice brush cut.
Single leg pick gets her out of trouble momentarily. I don't know. She looks to me to be running out of gas, Bobby. Leilani does.
She's looking like looking for the shell answer man now, isn't she?
Step over toe holds, buying her a little time here. Well, I wouldn't be surprised. Slammed on the concrete floor here. Took all kinds of abuse. She's entitled to a little breather.
Sure. She should be home cooking, scrubbing floors, though. She wouldn't have to take all this abuse. But find yourself a nice lawyer or doctor with a lot of bread.
You feel the same way about Elizabeth?
No.
No, I didn't.
No,
think
Elizabeth's
so.
Very good manager.
She
very
should
good
be
manager.
home cooking and cleaning. Right. I knew you'd.
Well,
express that opinion.
Elizabeth gets put in her place. She knows where Macho Man handles that situation quite well. See, but now Moolah was home cooking and doing dishes and stuff. There are no days like that. There's no man that could control Moolah like
I
that.
guess not. Wow, double axe handle by Leilani. Sends a champion down. Over for the cover. We could have a new champion. No.
Plus, she'd be depriving all these fans of seeing her.
Too bad, huh? It just
Be a
break
shame.
my heart. Irish whip in once again. Oh, missed the high cross body as Moolah went right underneath it. Leilani is struggling here at this particular point in time in this match. And Moolah looks like she's caught her second win. Well, she's going to take away any win that Leilani has right now. Oh, look at this. Referee with 2 hands full of hair on the
That's not
champion.
right. That's not
Absolutely
right.
not. That is not the referee's job.
You count to 5 and that's it. You don't touch anybody.
Absolutely true.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Don't mention it.
I won't.
Okay.
Both of them now pointing fingers at each other. I'll tell you, Moolah won't back down from anybody. Oh, from behind, Leilani Kai plants one in the middle of her neck. Maybe a little bit of opening she needed in the doorway. Drop kick, didn't get up very high with that one. What's the referee screaming about? Oh, look at that. That's disgusting. This referee doesn't have a clue. Moolah with a drop kick in the back of Leilani Kai, who goes down with the referee right in front of her. Underhook from the backside, a 3 count easily. Well, somebody should go in there and be raising the referee's hand. Give me a break.
The winner of this bout, and still World Wrestling Federation Ladies Champion, the fabulous Moolah.
Well, you're applauding. Since that episode went down, that referee hasn't gotten too much work in the World Wrestling Federation. Needless to say, what a poor excuse for a referee.
Well, with his credentials, he could probably be Jack Tunney's right-hand man.
You're going to need a right-hand man before too long. You got anybody waiting in the wings?
What do you mean?
You think I'm kidding? You think I'm joking? I'm serious.
I don't know what you're trying to say to me. You beat around the bush. You're not like me. You never come out and just tell them the truth.
I don't beat around the bush.
Okay, tell me what you've got to tell me.
Well, last
or what
week,
you think I should know.
right here on Prime Time, you heard what Ken Patera said.
Patera. I don't want to hear about him.
Patera, it's a vendetta now between Ken Patera and you.
He says I didn't go visit him. I didn't write him. I didn't call him. I've got other things to do. I'm a productive manager. I have people that work for me are productive. He was no longer.
Don't you care about the people that you manage?
Of
Obviously
course.
you
That's
don't.
why they're family members.
Obviously
Did he
you
care
don't.
about me when he got himself in trouble?
For
no.
2 years, you completely ignore someone?
I did write him a lot of letters. I don't know if he got them or they censored the mail. I don't know. I must have run them twice a week. Maybe 3 times sometimes.
Please.
Were you calling me a liar?
Absolutely. I don't believe you would sit down and write anybody a letter. Maybe pick up a phone once in a while. We'll be back right after this. Well, that's the way it is sometimes. If you can't take the heat, get out of the kitchen. That's all I can tell you.
Well, I don't cook. I don't belong in a kitchen.
Plenty of exciting things have been going on here in the World Wrestling Federation. Of course, the latest thing of excitement that came out of WrestleMania, and that was Danny Davis putting on the wrestling tights and showing everybody that, in fact, he does have some kind of wrestling background.
Does he have a wrestling background?
I didn't say he was great or anything. I just said he had.
No, you wouldn't.
Well, he isn't.
He is. Man did very well. Beat the British Bulldogs. Beat Santana. Great.
Obviously, Danny Davis has done some wrestling prior to being a referee here for the World Wrestling Federation, and Our latest member of the World Wrestling Federation team, Greg DeGeorge, in fact, caught up with one Danny Davis. Let's go to the tape, please.
Captain Wimp.
And here's an update with Greg DeGeorge.
And hi again. He was called by some the worst referee in the World Wrestling Federation. You've heard the comments. Biased, cheater, just plain lousy, and certainly just about the opposite of what an official is supposed to stand for. So should we be surprised at Danny Davis's wrestling antics, like ramming a megaphone into opponents' heads?
Well, I guess by now, everybody knows what kind of wrestler Danny Davis is. Oh, and all you other wrestlers out there, don't be afraid. Step right up and sign on a dotted line for a match with Danny Davis. Oh, don't worry. I promise. I won't hurt you.
I take it that was a tongue-in-cheek comment. Now, on the other hand, Davis, of course, no longer protected in an official's outfit. He's a wrestler now, and opponents may not deal too kindly with him either. With Update, I'm Craig DeGeorge.
Danny Davis certainly had a lot to say. Very
Confident man.
Tongue-in-cheek. He promised not to hurt anybody.
Maybe not too bad.
Well, there's somebody that's coming up right now in this particular point in the program that is out to hurt somebody, physically, financially, in any way he can, to make up for the 2 years of incarceration that Ken Patera had to go through, some of which was directly attributed to you.
No, I will not take blame for anything that man did. I will not be held responsible. In the ring, if I interfere, if I get caught, if I do something wrong, yes, I'll be the first one to say it
When he
backfired.
became the Intercontinental Champion, you didn't take any acclaim for that either, right?
I wasn't associated with the gentleman at that particular time in his career.
No, but anything that he did, any of the acclimates that he had while he was under your tutelage, you don't want any credit for that either, right?
Well, anything he earned in this sport is because of me, not because of anything he did. He's an amateur. He's a rank amateur. Any professionalism that man showed, it's because it came off of my light, my shining light. Nothing he did.
The lights weren't shining too brightly where he was.
No, they don't, because lights are usually out at 5 o'clock.
Last couple of years. Ken Patera with a vendetta for this man right here, Bobby the Brain Heenan. Let's go to the Ken Patera story, part 4.
Take his vendetta, you know what he can do with it too.
Last week, we had heard that Ken Patera had been sentenced to 2 years in prison. But today, Ken Patera becomes a free man, having paid his debt to society. Welcome back, Ken.
Thank you very much, Gene. Thank God I'm free at last. You know, I'm free in more ways than one because I'm no longer motivated by the false promises of a Bobby Heenan. You sold me down the river, Heenan. You thought I was finished. Everybody thought I was finished, but I fooled everybody. I'm back, bigger and stronger than ever. One more rep. One more rep. Everybody gave up on me, Heenan, including you. You sold me down the river. Nobody thought I could make a comeback, but I'm back, Heenan, and I'm back for good. I'm coming back to prove 2 things. One, that as low as I was, as far down as I had gone, I missed the birth of my baby daughter. I missed my friends. I missed my family. I was sold out completely. But I'm proving that you can come back. And secondly, that I'm going to make an example of myself for everybody to be proud of and for everybody to follow. Having paid my debt to society in full, I pledge to somehow make it right and to set an example in the ring and out of the ring for all to see.
Can't believe it. Kenny looked tremendous. The best I've ever seen him look in his entire career. And you didn't have a thing to do with it. But you were responsible indirectly in a number of things that actually took 2 years away from the guy's
You're going to
life.
poison all these humanoids' minds by telling them that over and over again. And I'm going to set the record straight now. I had nothing to do with what happened to this man. Anything he earned in this career, anything he got in professional wrestling is because of me, my mind, my attitude, and the way I directed him. What he did outside that ring is his business. He is a grown adult. He's older than me. He's on his own when the time is his.
What do? Turn the attitude off once you leave the arena?
I got him ready to get in that ring. I got that fire built under him. I made him a professional, not an amateur. Whatever he did outside the ring is Ken Patera's responsibility. And if I have to bring a whole crew of my attorneys in here, I'm going to do that. Because I'm tired of you and everybody else week after week downgrading me.
You brainwashed Ken Patera and told him that he could get away with anything he wanted to get away with because he was under your tutelage, in your stable, a member of your family.
I could have taken his brain and washed it in a thimble. That's the kind of a mind he had. Patera, stay out of my face and my business.
In all of
Leave me
professional
alone,
sports.
Patera.
Back with
Don't
us
talk
again.
about
We'll be right back
Leave
with the
me
Honky Tonk
alone.
Man.
Exactly.
Honky Tonk Man coming up, having his own way right now here in the World Wrestling Federation.
You can't do that to me.
What is it? We're on the air here.
Yes, you're on the air. Right now, you're on the air, but you may not be on the air for long. Got one of my attorneys from Beverly Hills here. His whole place might be shut down.
Is that one of the guys that you never pay?
No, he's on a retainer. He's paid quite. Now you're trying to start trouble with me and one of my attorneys.
Well, that wouldn't be very difficult to do at any given point in time.
His name is Ken
We're going to take a look
Patera.
at the Honky Tonk Man who swears that he's going to do a number once again on Jake the Snake
Patera.
Roberts. Right now, he's going to have to prove it by getting by Tom Sharp.
He's
Let's
trying
go to
hang this
ringside.
rap on me.
You know, I can't believe it, but some people are actually writing in and in support of the Honky Tonk Man and Jimmy Hart in their effort to ban the DDT. I can't believe it.
Well, he's getting a lot more support on banning the DDT than he did his popularity contest, you know, back a few months.
Well, he's not too popular now.
He's getting more popular, though.
Think so?
Yeah, they're starting to forget about Elvis in Memphis.
I don't think so.
I was there a couple weeks ago, and somebody said, Elvis who?
All right, Tommy Sharp to start things off with a Honky Tonk Man, one of the Federettes. About ringside.
Ooh, little short forearm there. I like that.
Yep. Telegraph maneuver by the Honky Tonk Man. Take that man down. Pin him. We won, too. Oh, my.
Hey, let's not get bias out here now, McMahon.
Sorry. All right, down with a knee.
Ooh, and that'll definitely straighten that spine or curve it for you, one or the other.
Honky Tonk off the ropes.
Uh-oh. And I believe Sharp's got the Honky Tonk mad now. He embarrassed him a little bit. Tell me if you ever ate a honky burger.
I beg your pardon?
A honky burger.
No, I don't believe so. Ooh, my. Honky Tonk Man is vicious. When he gets the upper hand, he's not likely to let it go.
You know, Jimmy Hart told me that they're thinking of buying an airplane. You know what they're going to call it?
No.
The Honky Marie.
Please, Jeff, please. Out to the outside, Honky Tonk Man. Oh, no, don't do. Oh, wow. Wow. Tommy Sharp in bad shape.
I'll tell you, the guy can be vicious when he has to be. Oh, here we go. Look at that.
Be surprised if Tommy Sharp comes back in the ring.
Bruno, can you wiggle your hips like that?
No, nor would I want to.
Honky Tonk Man in control. But he wasn't earlier on.
Ooh, beautiful move right there. Honky Tonk Man lining Sharp up. He's going up to the second rope. Winding up and wow, coming down with a big fist.
Honky Tonk Man was earlier on begging and pleading, asking for support in his effort to ban the DDT. And here's what he had to say.
I want to thank you for all the support I'm getting on banning the DDT, but I need more help. I need more cards and letters from you fans that stood behind me before. So please send in those cards and letters. Let's ban the DDT for once and for all. Get behind the Honky Tonk Man. I know you will. I love you.
Honky Tonk in control. Oh, look at the damage he's doing to Tommy Sharp.
Well, don't you think a few things he had to say about banning the DDT makes sense to me?
I'm sure it does, Jeff. I think the man is deathly afraid of the DDT, and that's why, and the only reason why, he wants to hold that.
Well, if politically, if they can get it banned, like I said, I think it'll take half of Jake the Snake. It'll take away half his repertoire, not having the DDT, plus the psychological disadvantage if he loses the hold.
Whoa, 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 shake. Here's a rattle.
And there's a roll.
Do that one. And the cover. And the 3 count.
Look at that smile. I mean, what a beautiful smile the honky-tonk man has.
Yeah, I guess so. Jimmy Hart, one-man effort here politically to ban the DDT.
The winner of this contest, the Honky Tonk Man.
Honky Tonk Man, no, don't give him the microphone.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. You're a beautiful audience. I love you.
What a gracious winner.
I know you love the Honky Tonk Man, too.
Well, I'm not surprised. Vince McMahon seemed to be a little surprised about some votes coming in the affirmative for banning the DDT. There are a lot of sick people out there. I may start my...
He's going ahead.
You going to contribute anything to this program this week, or just going to?
Am I going to contribute anything? Me being here contributes 95%.
Waste your time on the telephone?
I'm not wasting my time.
Is that Miss Betty?
No, it's not Miss Betty. It's my attorney.
I understand Miss Betty is fallen out of favor with you now.
What do you mean?
She's into boxing now, something. She's going around with some punchy guy or something.
A guy named Punchy?
That's what I heard.
I don't know anything about that.
She's punchy, and you're a little bit punchy, too. As we stated earlier on, maybe I'll just start my own little campaign and perhaps try to ban the shake, rattle, and roll.
Well, then we'll have to do
Not very logical that you would try to take a guy's hold, a guy's livelihood away from him. Highly unlikely that anything will come of that, but millions and literally millions of fans casting ballots. Would you like to enlighten us as to...
I think you've shown the last little bit of footage you're going to on Mr.
Fuji Vice. We're not going to see it.
Oh, you're going to see that.
Oh.
I wouldn't deprive the poor humanoids of something this good.
We're not going to see any more Patera.
No, you're not. You may not see any more Patera in the ring or any place.
Highly unlikely. We'll be back in just a moment, unfortunately, with Fuji Vice. Well,
now...
Go ahead.
Now is my favorite portion of the program.
Okay.
Go ahead. Now we've seen what? Fuji-chan.
Fuji Bandito.
Fuji Bandito. Fuji General.
Fuji in Hollywood.
Fuji in Hollywood. They're going to make one with you, I understand, called Fuji Goes Bananas.
No, they're not going to make one with me.
Well, it's a different gorilla movie.
Yeah, but so far, none of those things cost them 10 cents out of their own pocket. Now I understand that this one that they did, they produced it themselves. They spent their own money. Morocco going into his own pocket. Give me a break. It's very highly unlikely.
Fuji happens to have, let's say, access to a lot of yen. Well, that's right. Fuji Vice. When Don Johnson heard about this, he went immediately to his agent and to the studios and said, hey, am I in trouble here? Is something going to happen? Are you giving me my notice? Am I being bumped off the air? No, Johnson, you still got a show.
I know that the
second
folks
rate
just may want to see it, so we're going to go ahead and roll this particular piece of garbage.
I'll handle that part. Roll it.
Don't like clot up in a bunch. Can you hear it? Oh, good. Oh, yeah. Oh, my God. Next time I'll call him. Nobody's... Here, I'll serve. I'll stay up front. Yeah. Okay. Oh, good shot. So now. You guys, there's a body over here! What? Oh my God.
This dude must have been keeping some pretty fast company. Look at this. That bracelet must have been a gift from the Seahawk. All the victims get one. This is definitely drug-related. Must mean a shipment's coming down pretty soon. Probably coke. Probably a big one. Easy, lady. What is it?
It's my brother, Juan. I haven't seen him for years. I can't believe he'd get mixed up in something like this. Drugs.
Don't worry, Miss...
Angelica.
Angelica. Here come 2 of our vice cops now.
What do we got here, Lieutenant?
That dude didn't die of Sancho, that's for sure.
Our man here was wasted because of a big coke deal coming down. Street Hawk must be moving his stuff on the streets pretty soon. Our friend here must have gotten in the way somehow.
Juan, my poor Juan.
How does she fit in all of this?
She claims she's this guy's sister, Angelica. Says she hasn't seen him for years. I don't see the family resemblance myself.
What are you saying?
Look, the Seahawk wasted this guy pretty good. But even in mint condition, I wouldn't fit you 2 for a match set.
We'll take it from here, Lieutenant. The Seahawk's about to lose his wings. Don't worry, we'll get him.
Or her.
This doesn't look like woman's work to me. This guy was taken out by...
Don't rule down anybody. Maybe we haven't caught the Seahawk for a while because we've been on the wrong scent. Look, check in with me, boys.
Later, Lieutenant.
Angelica. Lieutenant was way out of line here. My partner and I are going to get the guy who offed your brother. Don't worry about a thing. You're in good hands now. Come on, we'll get you home.
Morocco, you have any contacts that came back to the Seahawk?
Let's try our first informant, Matty the Mouth.
Oh, very good, very good.
You got a quarter?
Yeah, here.
I'll pay you back next week.
Yeah.
All right. Bingo. We're in the game. This $250,000 can buy a lot of happiness.
Too bad it belongs to the department.
Don't be surprised if it gets lost in the scuffle during the arrest. It could very easily find its way into our pockets. I'm Morocco. This is Fuji. We're here to see the Seahawk.
Okay.
You 2 little boys lost?
We're here on business.
You don't look like businessmen.
Too bad. We had $250,000 to invest in the import business. But if you're not interested, we're in the wrong place.
Wait a minute. Why didn't you say you wanted some imports? We have a special today on a little nose candy. $250,000 can get you a snootful.
But we want to deal with the Seahawk personally.
Who is this dude?
Don't worry about him. He's okay. He's from out of town. I want to get him a little something to chase his blues away.
Let me see your business card. The Seahawk can't be too careful. Impressive credentials. I'm sure the Seahawk will be glad to see you. Wait here.
We're about to become rich heroes, partner.
Now you're talking.
Nice work, boys.
Angelica, I don't get it.
You will.
Where's the Seahawk?
You're looking at him. Or her.
I don't believe this, Angelica.
My plan worked perfectly. 2 cops personally deliver $250,000. Some present.
What are you gonna do to us?
The same thing that happened to Juan.
You killed your own brother?
Wise up. Juan and I were no more related than your partner here in the human race. Juan worked for me. Then he got smart and wanted to go into business for himself. Try to take away some of my best customers.
The Seahawk doesn't like competition.
I should have never hired a man. You can't trust them. Turk, tie him up. Nobody will try to stop us with 2 detectives tied to the front of the boat.
Come on. Suck in your stomach. Suck in your stomach. It is sucked in. Yours is hanging out. And look, you got enough rope to go around you.
Once again, federal authorities are successful in their attempt to stop the local cocaine trafficking. Lieutenant, can you make a comment, please?
Oh, what's going on here? Wait. That's what you gotta get a credit for this.
Is this one of the largest rings? Just a moment. Can you? What's this behind? Can you make a comment here, Lieutenant?
We're the ones. We're the ones that knew about.
And who are you, gentlemen? Who are you?
Vice Detectives Morocco and Fuji. We're the ones who knew about the drug ring.
And are you expecting a reward?
Reward? Of course we don't. 2 honest cops like us, we don't want any reward. We do it for our country.
And you knew all along that the Seahawk was behind this?
That's right.
Very good thinking. From A to Z, we had it.
Well, they certainly weren't the writers, because the storyline was pretty good. Some of the second figures in the story, the police lieutenant and some of the ladies that were involved were not bad, but Fuji and Morocco were just atrocious.
I mean, atrocious.
A complete lack of any kind of acting ability whatsoever.
They had great timing there. They didn't step in each other's lines. They went into the situation. Both good
Are you
looking.
serious?
Yes, I'm serious. I enjoyed it.
Are you that poor a judge of character, of
I have a
talent?
right to my own opinion. I think it was great.
Your warped mind thinks that stuff was great?
I think it was great. What do you like? What's your favorite thing? A puppet with freckles, a howdy doody, or something like that?
No. You with your
Maybe you like those
kisser
movies.
full of cake was one of my favorite things, and the little wind-up Pop Goes the Weasel was
Maybe like some of those movies you rent for $3. You have to go in the back door and climb on a chimney.
Well, maybe hopefully that's the last we've seen.
Next week, stand-up comedy routine, Fuji Morocco. Matter of fact, I want to see Fuji Vice again.
We're not going to see it again, folks. You can go to the bank with that. We're going to be back in just a moment with
director.
George the Animal Steel.
Consuelo. Yes.
George the Animal
When you drop
Steel
the
is still
affidavit.
a reckoning force here in the world.
You send it to Kay. Send it to Kay Kopowitz. Yes.
What are you
Okay.
sending to Kay?
Thank you.
Please.
Kay, you drop that name like you're on first name basis with the lady. I happen to be. It's my attorney.
Who else would sit out here and put up with you besides me? Could you think of one person?
Bundy, the King, Hercules, Mr. Wonderful, all my friends, Miss
George
Betty.
Animal Steel coming at you right now as he takes on Tiger
George
Chung
Animal
Lee.
Steel.
Let's go
He's
to
the
ringside.
reason the Intercontinental
You're
Belt was
sick.
with Steamboat.
This match is one fall with a 20-minute time limit. First, from Korea, weighing 271 pounds, Tiger Chung Lee. And soon to be approaching the ring, from Detroit, Michigan, weighing 288 pounds, George the Animal Steel.
occasion as George the Animal Steel hits the ring here at the Boston Garden this week. Tiger Chung Lee got his hat in a New York second. He was out of there.
Boy, he certainly made a hasty retreat, and I don't blame him because the Animal is the most unpredictable human being in all of professional sport.
Whoa, hold on.
Going after him, that kendo stick. This is going to be a classic, Gene.
I wouldn't expect anything else from George the Animal Steel and veteran Tiger Chung Lee.
Well, the Animal come a long way here in the last couple of months in the World Wrestling Federation, now under the tutelage of Captain Louis Albano.
And speaking of the good captain, he is a little conspicuous by his absence this week for this match. I certainly thought he would have been here.
Well, he is extremely conspicuous.
Maybe he is here somewhere, disguised as an old lady.
Could be.
Filming this match in its entirety.
Very possible. Albano's been known to do that. Actually go up and buy a ticket at the window. Come and sit in the third tier of the balcony here in the Boston Garden. Uh-oh, the Steel attacking.
Tiger Chung Lee very fortunate. He didn't get that kendo stick stuck someplace.
Stuffed.
Stuffed, right.
Stuffed is the word, I think. Gorilla Monsoon here at ringside with Mean Gene Okerlund in the Boston Garden. Another capacity crowd on hand is, there goes the Animal into that dance of his.
Oh, my! Tiger Chung Lee can't make heads or tails out of George Steele. I don't know what to do.
At times, I can't either, Gene.
Maybe it was the prudent move, just get out of the way.
It's probably the best counter right there, bail out. I think the Animal learned some of that dance of his from JYD, the Junkyard Dog. Tiger Chung Lee now making his way back in, very reluctantly, I might add. But here's a dangerous individual. 285 pounds plus, master of so many martial arts.
And he is one individual who is not above bending or breaking a rule.
Well, at one time, he and Mr. Fuji were a very, very good tag team combination.
I recall a falling out that they had when they parted ways in Philadelphia last year.
Wow, was that ever an upset? Holy mackerel. Fuji taught him who the master was, Dean.
Did he ever?
The Animal taking a chunk out of the forearm of Tiger Chung Lee.
Don't you get the impression sometimes that George still has not got it all together?
Oh, yeah. Still doesn't have both oars in the water, Jim. No way.
Oh, he's biting again. Oh, my word. Oh, my.
That can be construed at any time as a double disqualification, single disqualification right there.
Well, Tiger Chung Lee had tried for a crescent kick. That didn't work. Outside of the ring. Here we go. Around our ring post, Tiger Chung Lee pops up into the ring, and George a little bewildered by it all. He can't believe that a man would try to run with him.
Look at him look around. He's looking for something. You got to watch it. Those steps are pulled out there. He could step right between them and go right out of sight. Both men now back inside. Look at George. Oh.
He has got Tiger Chung Lee running.
Got him all psyched out, Gene.
Does he ever?
Tiger, in his haste to get out of the ring, took a pretty good fall there. He might have twisted an ankle or something. Ring apron approximately 4 feet, 4.5, maybe even 5 feet high.
With Tiger Chung Lee's expertise in the field of martial arts, you notice, Gorilla Monsoon, quite obvious. No shoes, no boots. A bare feet with a little tape.
Don't know how they can do that, Gene. Tiger Chung Lee turns the tables here as he's got something, some kind of a foreign object that was thrown into the ring.
Boy, is that obvious.
Wow, there's that karate kick. Right, look out. Whoa, rams him right into the table.
No, 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 oh my word. Oh, come on.
Animal
fire sale on that table tomorrow.
Referee trying to get it out of there in the meantime.
Oh, please.
So, oh, look at that. He pulled something out of his tights. Gave him a shot with it. Look at George not even acknowledging those shots to the back as he's enthralled by the turnbuckle. Chung Lee down once he's choking him, and there, 3 count, he got him.
Oh, was that a surprise? Was that a surprise?
Steele's got something out of his tights. He nailed him with it again.
Well, he hasn't completely tucked it away either. I don't know if our cameras can pick it up and right along the... Oh!
Tiger Chung Lee has departed for the dressing room, and I don't blame him, as look at this individual go bananas. Got the referee again.
He nailed the referee with the contents. Oh, and he tried to get to our ring announcer.
He's not playing with a full deck, Jim.
Oh, look at that ominous green tongue when he was facing us.
He needs a lot more psychiatric help.
He doesn't know where he's at.
Hasn't a clue.
Not a clue.
Fans love him. There he goes after the referee. Let's go back and take a look at what went down here in the Boston Garden. The Animal now, after his favorite snack, the turnbuckle, he had something in his hand right there, Gene.
Oh, you can see it.
There
That's it.
Went down, covered Tiger Chung Lee, got the 1, 2, 3 count. And that's all she wrote, and you can bet your bottom dollar that the Chunger is happy to be out of this one. Another shot with that foreign object.
After the decision had been rendered by the referee, then
Look.
George the Animal Steele goes to the turnbuckles, and Katie by the door. Watch out. George Steele, your winner from the Boston Garden.
Can't believe, Brain, that you never tried to get the Animal to sign a contract to
sign a contract? I can't believe the way you and Mean Gene Okerlund stood out here and talked about what a great athlete this man is, and George the Animal Steele. He used something he pulled out of his trunks, but no mention is made of that.
Oh, we mentioned it.
Oh, you know, but you don't elaborate on it. You don't think there's anything wrong with him doing. You say, oh, he's not all there. Let him do what he wants. But some guy named 59919 gets out of the can, and everything's put on me. George Animal Steele is the one that helped the Steamboat. He helped Ricky the Dragon Steamboat become the Intercontinental Champion by pushing Randy Macho Man Savage off the top rope.
Well, just like Danny Davis helped the Macho Man originally right into Boston Gardens become the Intercontinental Champion.
Okay,
you forget about that? Forget about the foreign object that the Macho Man used in his match?
I never saw that. I wasn't there.
Against Tito Santana. I was there. I was at ringside.
Oh, I'm to take your word for it?
You don't have to take my word for it. It's all on tape. In fact, when you get your lawyers, you don't have to spare or spend any of your own money and take any depositions with me, because everything I've said about you is right on tape right here. We have it all.
I know it's a conspiracy. Everybody's been jealous of me.
Oh, my God. That's
exactly the truth.
You should have made the comedy thing with Fuji and Morocco, because you're a funny individual. We've got the Islanders coming up in just a moment. I'm getting a little tired of you just belittling Ken Patera and how much his amateur athletic background did for him in his wrestling career. You don't have a clue what it's like to perform and do your thing in front of an international crowd, go to another country and have to do your thing, like Russia and Turkey and Bulgaria, Czechoslovakia, Poland, Iron Curtain country.
I'd love to go to Poland and Czechoslovakia.
You wouldn't last 5 minutes there.
That's right, because they'd probably lose my luggage and I'd leave.
The Islanders, Haku and Tama, next on our program here. And don't forget, still to come, our feature, Dynamite Kid taking on Bret the Hitman Hart. But right now, this unusual tag team combination, the Islanders, as they take on two unlikely individuals, Spot and the Gladiator. What a crazy combination. No, I don't know.
At a total combined weight of 528 pounds, both men claim to be from parts unknown. Here is the Gladiator and Moondog Spot.
Do you think they're neighbors?
And their opponents,
I wouldn't be surprised.
at a total combined weight of 470 pounds from the South Pacific, here are Haku and Tama, the Islanders.
No, I mean, they're both from parts unknown. They might be neighbors, right?
Yeah.
Where is that city?
I'm not certain, Jesse. I thought maybe
Parts
out there where
unknown Utah or parts unknown Nebraska? I don't know.
Suggested somewhere out there where you live, somewhere in Hollywood. They have a lot of people out there walking the streets from parts unknown.
Yeah, well, I'll tell you this. Speaking of this, though, I've been receiving thousands of cards and letters from a lot of Vietnam veterans that want the body who's a fellow Vietnam veteran to say hello. So hello to all the vets out there, and I'm sure there'll be plenty of them at WrestleMania.
Well, what about this nonsense about Samantha Fox continuing to call you?
Oh, it's terrible. I mean, midnight, 2, 4. You know, I've had to call my publicists, my agents, and everything, threatening her with fines. What else can I do?
You serious?
I'm dead serious.
So are the Islanders. Islanders tagging in. Haku Tama, look at that. Oh,
move. Beautiful move.
The referee was counting with the wrong man. The illegal man in the ring.
You know, I like the Islanders' colorful tights, too, but there's a mistake. Haku just got caught in the corner. Or is that Toma? Which one's which?
That's not Toma.
That's Haku. Toma.
Toma was a lady wrestler. You remember her, Princess Toma?
Yes. Oh, that's right. She dated Bruno, didn't she?
I don't think so.
I beg your pardon. Bruno's a very happily married man.
That's Tama now from the top rope. Over the hip, Tama.
You know, let's go back. Did you ever see such a despicable act of two guys patting each other on the back any more than Piper and Hogan? I mean, their hands must have got red, pounding each other's back and telling each other how great they are.
You're referring to the recent Piper's Pit.
Piper's Pit, yeah, that's right.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm sure things would been a little bit different had you been doing the interviewing. You being a little bit different now.
I'd have told it like it was. I wouldn't have sat out there and pat each other on the back all night.
Islanders with a cover, count of 2. Tag in for Moondog Spot. Haku and Tama. Oh, working together.
Whoa. Caught one in each ear, I think.
Moondog Spot must be a robot. I thought that would knock anybody down.
I think he's out on his feet.
Moondog Spot.
There's a legal tag made.
Yeah. While holding Spot.
They better hurry. The referee to count him out.
Whoa!
I think it's over.
It could be over, I believe.
No, he's picking him up. I believe that Islander could have pinned him.
Yeah, I'll agree with you there.
But he wants to dish out more punishment.
May have been watching a few old Jesse the Body Ventura tapes.
Why do you keep referring to old Jesse the Body tapes?
Well, I mean, it's a study, Jesse. I mean, here you've made the transition from the World Wrestling Federation into, well, let me say that you went from semi-stardom in the wrestling world to semi-stardom in Hollywood.
No, I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, I got forced into retirement. Yes.
Why?
People like Joel Silver, Keith Barish, them big executive producers, you know, they got a $13 million policy on my beautiful Hollywood face. I can't get in there.
What about the policy on the rest of your body? How much is that worth?
That's probably another 10 or 12 more. I can't get in that ring even if I wanted to. My hands are tied.
I don't know about that.
You don't see me, I'm not running away like Piper at the top of his career. I was forced into it.
I don't know about that.
You don't know much about anything.
Yeah, that can sum it up. Oh, my.
Whoa.
I know enough to know that's devastating. Tama with a cover. He should get him. No, I can't believe it. Gladiator kicks right out.
As time draws closer, McMahon and Bruno, do you feel the belt slipping from Hogan as we get closer and closer?
I'd unfortunately have to say yes.
You think it's the last hurrah coming up?
Well, I just don't think that anyone can defeat Andre the Giant.
You might be right. For once.
Andre on his own, wrestling on a scientific basis, undefeated in 15 years. Now that he wants to bend the rules, maybe even break a few, and has that no good Heenan in his corner, I don't know what a chance. There's no chance, I don't believe, for any individual, human being.
For once, I'm not going to argue with you. I think for once, you're on the right track.
Look at this. Right track, all right.
That was one very impressive leap.
The winners of this contest, the Islanders.
The Islanders victorious. We'll take you back to the replay. And Tama really got up there. Take a look.
Watch how he springs up from the top rope. Look, he must have shot up an extra 5 feet. And I mean, he came crashing down on a Gladiator. And you know he was going nowhere but staying down for that count.
Tama and Haku, the Islanders, victorious. We'll be seeing more of them for sure.
Well, Spotty and a Gladiator didn't show me too much continuity, and they come up with the short end of the stick. But the Islanders are a very impressive team.
Well, you know, the Islanders are lacking just a couple things from becoming champions.
Yeah, like what?
Well, they don't have
the belt, right? They don't have the belt.
Would you like to answer your own question?
No, go ahead. But usually that's a remark that comes out of your mouth.
No, I'm going to speak very intelligently, like I always do.
Make sure we get a dub of this. Go ahead.
What they're lacking is the instinct to hate. See, they go out there and they go through the routines. They've worked out constantly together. You can tell that. They're a good, solid team. But they don't really care about hurting anybody. They'd rather pin you. They'd rather do some fancy moves, which is all great. But somebody has to install
the killer instinct.
Right.
That you instilled into Ken Patera, that type of instinct.
Jeez.
You can bet we haven't heard the last of this by a long shot. In fact, Alfred was just here a moment ago.
Lord Alfred?
Yes. We'll be back in a moment with our feature.
Is he still around here? I thought he moved up to Canada.
Personally, it doesn't matter. He can come out anytime uninvited that he wants, Lord Alfred Hayes. He's a personal friend of mine, and he just wanted to tell me that if there's anything he could do, if you're causing any problems, anything he could do.
I'm causing a problem. Fish and Chips walks out here from the back and says, if I'm causing any problem, he's going to do something about it. Do you remember years ago that guy that broke into the palace where Queen Elizabeth hangs her hat?
Please.
That's his uncle or his brother-in-law.
It is not.
Fingers Hayes, yes. He's a notorious second story man.
That is a lot. Let's go to our feature match.
This is a one-fall bout with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first from Leeds, England, weighing 239 pounds, the Dynamite Kid. And from Calgary, Alberta, Canada, weighing 235 pounds, Bret Hitman Hart.
Another tremendous matchup here in the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, where they're literally hanging off the rafters. Hottest ticket in town, World Wrestling Federation action. Gorilla Monsoon at ringside with my dear friend, Lord Alfred Hayes.
Well, thank you, Gorilla. You know, this evening we're very, very privileged to see some of the young lions of wrestling.
Boy, we certainly are, and these two don't have to take a back seat to anybody.
And just look at the physical condition both of them are in. They're so finely trained. And I don't know, Gorilla, but when I first started wrestling, which was years ago.
How many was I didn't get that. I couldn't quite, something went wrong with my headset. I couldn't quite pick up that number.
You seldom saw such finely conditioned young athletes in wrestling. Look at them today.
You resemble that remark, Lord.
These guys are in great shape, no question
Aren't they,
about
though?
that. Well, after all, you're making your living with your body. You best take care of it
Yes.
if you want to make a good living.
And the incentives are there now for these men to get in the gymnasium, train, work out, work for that extra poundage in body weight, plus the ability to be able to maneuver. They got different training methods now, different ways of conditioning themselves. Their nutrition is scientific, you might say, and here is the product of it.
They certainly are two walking specimens. I don't think either one of them have trouble getting a date for Saturday night either.
Whereas we might, you think.
The Hitman bails out, complaining about something, complaining about a hair pull. We didn't see a hair pull from our vantage point. Yeah, he is complaining about a hair pull, and the referee said no. We didn't see one either. So many magnanimous things going on here in the World Wrestling Federation. That big Rolls-Royce giveaway for number one. Who on earth but the World Wrestling Federation would come up and decide to give away a Rolls-Royce to one of the fans of the World Wrestling Federation?
Isn't that incredible? A Rolls-Royce being given away. I just
look at this action.
Oh,
he got caught. Maybe look at this, man! Right into the corner. Slingshot by Dynamite, and the Hitman is out onto the concrete here in the Cap Center.
And just tremendous moves there by the Dynamite Kid. The way he catapulted him in, having...
Let's go back and take a look at that once more. Look at this beautiful leapfrog up over the top. Body scissors. He went for a body scissors, didn't make it. Look at this slingshot. Whammo! Right into that steel turnbuckle, and he's still out there on the concrete. Maybe looking for that Rolls Royce to pick him up.
So.
Take him for a ride.
I was just thinking then the difference in our phraseology, or terminology, I should say. In America, of course, it's a slingshot, and in England, it's a catapult.
And somewhere else, it's a boomerang.
Yes.
Wherever.
That might be down under. And that's just where Bret Hart, the Hitman, has come in from, down under the ring there, and he might be back on his way shortly.
Looking for a little timeout here. There is no timeout in professional wrestling, folks. Back in the center of the ring. Collar and elbow tie-up as the Hitman backs Dynamite in. He won't see a clean break there for sure.
No, the Hitman has regained his composure.
Irish whip in again. Uh-oh, got caught as he tried to plant that boot. Now he's at the mercy of the Dynamite Kid. Spins him around, look out, atomic drop. Wow.
And what an atomic drop. Oh. High, every bit of leverage he could put into it, and that really rattled the vertebrae there of young Bret Hart.
Watch this snap suplex coming up. Oh, look at that. He executes that better than anyone I know here in the World Wrestling Federation or anywhere in the entire wrestling world for that matter.
It's the fastest snap suplex I've ever seen. And I'm not going to repeat the amount of years I've been around wrestling, but...
that particular move will make you wish you were home watching the telly.
Yes.
Because that is devastating. But professional wrestlers train their bodies to take physical punishment. That's what the name of the game is all about. Nice reversal there as Dynamite Kid comes. And another reversal again by the Hitman. Look at this. Oh, he took him down and sent him through that top and second rope. Another tremendous offensive move. Look at the Hitman was going to come back in, thought better of it.
Yes,
he said, let me take a walk.
He was much well advised to do that, because if he'd have come straight back in there, the young Yorkshireman was just waiting for him.
Well, the momentum was all one way here, as the Dynamite Kid is giving a wrestling lesson to the Hitman, who's cooling his heels at the moment.
Trying to get back that all-necessary, that all-important composure, because he knows without it, he's finished.
No, it's funny, when you come out to every match, you have some sort of game plan. Well, I think Dynamite blew that all to pieces here in the first 2 or 3 minutes of this match. You've had to go back and regroup.
Yeah, I like your terminology there, blowing it to pieces by the Dynamite Man, or the Dynamite Kid.
Hitman with a wrist lock here. Forward roll gets Davey out of it. Oh, nice one arm underneath back. Oh, beautiful. Showing me something here in the Capitol Center. Dynamite Kid one half of that dynamic team, he and Davey Boy, but they're going to the, shall we say, rule-breaking tactics.
Yes, and making it pay off because he slammed the Dynamite Kid onto the back of his head down into the ring floor there.
Oh, look at that 360 as a result of that tremendous knee. Might have been a little bit low, Lord.
It looked low to me, but...
dragged him by the hair. Takes a lot of strength to do that.
And slammed him down the back of his head again.
Dynamite checking to see if there's anything left up there.
There's plenty of hair coming out, too.
Look out, the Hitman on the second turnbuckle from the inside with a blow right across the back of the neck. And now that elbow, well placed. Hitman drops the leg right across the throat. One of his favorite maneuvers.
He's pressing really hard for a quick victory here, and it is within his grasp.
Certainly is. This thing can go either way at any time with these two tremendous athletes.
That is
Capitol Center, Landover, Maryland, a spot for this tremendous matchup that's going down right now, our feature match indeed, and two of the greatest professional athletes in the world today, in my book, in the Hitman. Would you not agree?
Hitman is one half of the world's tag team champions, and Dynamite isn't.
What a profound statement.
Well, I'm the host.
Former co-holder of the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team Championship.
Or you can say like I did.
We'll be back with the exciting conclusion of this matchup in a moment.
We'll be right back.
Can't remember right off the top of my head
Here's
whether
the
the
Vince
Colonel, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, was in attendance when this match started, but you can bet that he and the Anvil won't be too far away before this match is over.
Okay.
And I assume that Davey Boy Smith will be watching out for his partner, Dynamite Kid. Right now, regardless of what this strange individual to my right is doing, we're going to go back to ringside, Landover, Maryland, the Capitol Center, for the exciting conclusion.
Okay. That is the intriguing thing about young men when they battle like this. It can go either way at any moment, and at the same time, both may have that strength to endure for the entire time limit.
Dynamite seems to me to be taking a great deal of punishment right here at the moment. And the Hitman, look out, Dynamite outside. There goes the Hitman right after him. Action on the concrete. Slammed him. Right down onto the concrete. I doubt if he'll get up after that.
That is a damaging blow. There is absolutely no way the referee should allow a man to do that. He's admonishing him very severely, but
could have disqualified him.
You should have done it. Well, I must reserve judgment, I suppose.
It's at his discretion to do that.
And I don't think he should be counting him, at least.
Look at, show me the intestinal fortitude on the part of the Dynamite Kid. He's crawled back inside.
And that might be a mistake.
Backbreaker already on the well-injured back. 2 count. Whoa, was that close? Hitman thinking, what have I got to do to put this guy away? You got to hold the shoulders down for a 3 count. That's
really, and he's so heavily muscled, the Dynamite Kid, that it's difficult to do that. The way those muscles around it, he can spring those shoulders.
Oh, look at this. Sunset flip over the top, hook the legs. 2 count only.
If it was close one way, it was close the other.
Dynamite also extremely dangerous, even when he's hurt as he is right now, because he does some of those fantastic moves that catches you by surprise, and all you need is the momentum to get the 3 count.
And he has taken a pasting from the Hitman.
And a pounding, a pasting, and he's taken the 2 P's, the pasting and the pounding. And he's still taking it.
Oh, strong elbow to flush to the jaw. And another one.
Hitman making the Dynamite Kid pay here in the Capitol Center in Landover, Maryland, where they're literally hanging off the rafters as once again the superstars of the World Wrestling Federation invading.
I get the feeling.
Oh, nice block. Backslide. No. 1, 2. Wow, was that close?
Oh, that was close. I was just going to say, I get the feeling that the Dynamite Kid was waiting to spring a surprise reversal move there, and he almost bought it off. But I think he's taking too much punishment now, quite honestly.
Whipped in, comes off. Oh, nice flip out of that backbreaker attempt, and one of his own. Tremendous maneuvering by the Dynamite Kid to manage to stay in this contest.
What a reversal by him. It seemed to take his last drop of energy, but he's struggling back to his feet, and if he makes it, this could be dangerous for Bret, the Hitman.
Still on the offense.
Yeah, I think he's trying to gain a little respite there by covering him so closely.
Oh, tying him up. Got him hog-tied.
And if he wanted to rest, this
Come
is
on,
his
ref,
chance.
give me a break. Do your job.
Uh-oh.
Look out, here he comes. Oh, clothesline job. Dynamite just able to get himself out of there at the last split second.
And when you hit those steel cable ropes like that, they're only covered by a very thin plastic layer, and they can bite right into your body.
Cut you to pieces.
Oh, they'll break your ribs as easy as anything.
Golden opportunity here for Dynamite. Whoa, look at that clothesline.
A high clothesline, a very high clothesline. No.
Look out, flying headbutt right to the forehead.
Right into the temple.
This could be the beginning of the end here.
And now he's going to pick him up. Revenge is so sweet. And did he slam his head in?
Look at the Hitman, doesn't really know where he's at. He tried to get out. Hitman, whoa, head first. Full steam ahead, Dynamite. Back in the corner again. Oh, right on the chin.
Chin, nose, mouth, he hit everything there with that knee.
Payback is sweet. 2 count.
Oh. Only instinct, I'm sure. Stop the 3 count.
Classic. What a tremendous matchup this week. These guys are really showing me something.
When we said the young lions of wrestling, these are. Is this a suplex coming?
Back suplex, well executed. He might have knocked him out with that one.
He folded him up there in half, and that is a most dangerous position
2
to be
count. Where did he get the strength left to do that?
How is that possible?
Look out, Dynamite on the second turnbuckle. Whoa.
Oh.
Knee right between the eyes.
Oh, and out again. That is impossible. I cannot believe it. Oh, what tremendous determination on the part of young Bret Hart to get out of that again.
Look out, thrown off, dropped down by Hart, over the top. Whoa, he tripped. He tripped going over the top of the Hitman and went face down into the ropes. Now the Dynamite Kid is hurt. How quickly the tide can turn here, back and forth. Dynamite being wound up now by the Hitman. Look out, scoop slam, no, he went right behind him. Oh, nice maneuver by the Hitman as he forced Dynamite to go out over the top through that second rope. Earlier in the match, you note the Dynamite Kid did that.
More or less the same maneuver, but
let's take a look at that right now. Watch this maneuver here. The smarts on the part of the Hitman. Dynamite goes right up over the top. And now he scoops. Look out, reverse sunset flip. 1, 2, he got him.
Oh! Oh!
Tremendous victory here by the Dynamite
Just
Kid.
unbelievable. And the instinct that time didn't save him. He's saying he was held by his trunks, but I don't know whether he was or wasn't.
The leverage was there. Dynamite didn't need the strength. He didn't have any left. He had to depend on the leverage to do it, and he did it. Let's get the word. Uh-oh, wait a minute.
Here comes
the Anvil's in there complaining about the tights. Oh, look out, it's 2 against 1 now. Give me a break.
That is not right. I mean, he's just had the living daylights knocked out of him.
Look out, they're going to clothesline him.
Oh.
Here comes Davey Boy. All 4 men are in the ring now. Look out. Davey Boy Smith coming to the rescue. Look at this press slam. Wow, what a press slam by Davey Boy Smith. And there go the Hart Foundation. I think they've had enough. Dynamite might be seriously injured here.
Oh, he was hurt badly, but
he's on his feet.
Davey Boy Smith pressed Bret, the Hitman Hart there, way over the top of his head. He must have been 10 feet in the air, and then he slammed him from that position.
Tremendous effort here on the part of the Dynamite Kid, and coming to the rescue, his partner, Davey Boy Smith. Unbelievable action. We'll be right back. Talk about action. We've seen it right there for the past, I don't know, whatever that match took, some 20 minutes or so, 25 minutes.
Who are the world's tag team champions?
Right now, the Hart Foundation.
I guess that's all that's important.
No, that's not all that's important. Well, why is that all that's important?
That's all that's important.
Because they were handed the championship on a silver platter by
earned it.
Danny Davis. They earned it.
See, I happen to know what went down there. Well, Danny Davis, when he was officiating, he was on the floor the whole time with Dynamite, trying to get Dynamite to get back into the ring.
For what?
So there could be a tag match. Dynamite was crawling under the ring. He's got that typical English blood in him. You know, when there's a battle, they always retreated.
You know why he was down on the floor? Because he was smashed in the back of the head by the megaphone of the Mouth of the South.
I never did get a clear shot of that.
I guess
It was a glancing blow.
Anyway, Davey Boy was in the ring doing his thing. It was a tag team match, only one man at a time allowed inside.
Well, some good friends of mine, the Johnsons, mentioned something to me from upstate New York, that they were at the match that time, and they were down in Florida, Fort Myers, that area. They were enjoying the vacation.
The Johnsons.
The Johnsons. And they went to the matches, and they said what they saw was Jimmy Hart ran by, and if anybody's to blame, it's Dynamite. He backed into Jimmy Hart. So you take it from there. It's, hey, who's tag team champions of the world?
The Hart Foundation. Well, folks, that wraps it up for another week here on Prime Time Wrestling. Next week, we're going to bring you some exciting matches from the past. So long, everyone. Till next week.